All right. Welcome. TGIF. Thank goodness it's farm day. That's every day here on our small hobby farm. So I'm here this afternoon at the 4 o'clock hour on my farm. This is one of my most favorite times on my little hobby farm here well, it's my favorite time. So what I'm here for today, my whole purpose is to share my joy. My name is Natalie. I'm the Good Shepherd here on my small hobby farm with 37 birds, 2 sheep, 2 livestock guardian dogs, a couple of other dogs, a couple of cats, and I'm here to share the joys of my life with life. I'm not here for money. I'm not here for fame or fortune. I'm Natalie. I'm the Good Shepherd, and I delight in my life. And when you are a Good Shepherd, well, you live your life kind of on the outskirts. The lone shepherd, we've all heard of that saying before. And so there's no greater purpose in my life than to share the joys of my life as the Good Shepherd with life that can't be here, that isn't here, because they're not here. So thank you everybody for coming in and joining into my live video here on TGIF. Thank goodness it's farm day, which also happens to be Friday. So what I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of get into this here. I'm not really into live videos, and yet I have done several live videos recently, and I do enjoy sharing my life. Again, without any sole purpose for any other reason other than to share the joys of my life. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and first of all, bring out some treats for my flock, which I do. It's really hot here. We're in central North Carolina, outside of the Raleigh-Durham area. And today, well, we've had a lot of rain all week, and it's now about 86 degrees with hot humidity. So we'll just see how this all goes here. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. You know, I think that what I just want to share with life, that we are meant to live a fairy tale life. We aren't meant to just be read fairy tales as children. We are meant to live those fairy tale moments every day, including with the beast, the Godfather. This is Green Legs. He is the Godfather. He is the only life on this farm that wants to kill me every single day. I do have to live with awareness that he hurts me pretty bad. Out of the 37 birds that we have here, 9 of those birds are roosters. And so that's a pretty big undertaking. It's a pretty big job. It would be like if you had 9 sons. Birds of a feather do flock together, but they don't always flock together. And I love that what I learned from my birds is that birds are so much like people, like family. Out of all animals in life that I have loved, birds are like family, people. So birds of a feather flock together. Well, it's the same in life. We don't always want to flock with our family, right? Oh, here's Pearl. Okay, so let me, as everybody's getting situated here, Pearl, let me introduce. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down. I'm probably gonna sit in chicken poop, but that's okay, because we just gotta, hey, Cash, that's not okay. That's not okay. We just got a new washer and dryer downstairs in our barn dominium, so I can just throw these pants into the washer and dryer. No problem that I sit in chicken poop. With our 37 birds and 9 roosters, what happened a few months ago is we realized we had too many roosters. I actually incubated most of my birds here on the farm. There's Chewy. I'll tell you about Chewy in a little bit. You can't guarantee when you incubate eggs what sex you're going to have, a hen or a rooster. And so, well, that's how we ended up with 9 roosters. And I'm not here to defy nature. I'm not here to defy the realities of life. It's a big job for this little good shepherd here, me, Natalie, to undertake. Keeping everybody happy and healthy and alive. Roosters, as you know, cockfights and all of that. Oh, they can. Okay, well, this is not a fight, but this is Chewy. Good girl, shake it off. Shake it. Look at that. Look at you. Know how to shake it off. Good girl. You're so good. She goes, I know. I'm so good. So, a few months ago, we wanted 12. We wanted 12. How we came up with that number? We wanted 12 new hens, and so we started seeking and asking. And my sheep, Cash, he's bad. Hold on. Just settle down, sir. Settle down. No, I'm not here. Just stop. We wanted 12 new hens. So I started seeking. You think you live in the country. How easy would it be, right? To find 12 mature hens. Surely people want to get rid of their hens, right? No. We had to drive. Somebody, I got hair on my lip. We had somebody say to us, oh, I have a lady that, I still got hair everywhere. This is insane. We had somebody say to us, I have a lady who has some hens. Oh, that's great. So we contacted this lady and she was like, yep, come. $30 a bird. Here you go. 12 birds. So we drove the hour distance to go pick up these mature lady hens. I had no idea what fairy tale was about to begin there and then. That is when it all began. With these 12, what I found out are called battery hens. Battery hens. I was like, what do you mean? Let me back up. Let me take a breather here. We wanted 12 mature hens. So we show up at this place. It's somebody's house, and on her driveway was lined all these cages. There was like peacocks and turkeys, different types of, silkies, different birds there and everything. And I was like, I felt like we were kind of in the middle of a drug deal, but it wasn't drugs, it was chickens. So I was like, this is kind of weird. And she was like, who are you? And I was like, I'm Natalie. I talked to you. We're here for the 12 ladies. And she's like, well, go get them. And I was like, wait, okay, but where? What do you mean? Go get them. What do you mean? Did you see that? Here's Green Legs. He just attacked me. Green Legs. This is the Godfather. This is Tony Soprano. I kid you not. He's awful. He's my number one beast. I don't hate him. I respect him. And I stay far away from him, but he catches me off guard all the time. Okay, hold on. So we pick up these 12 hens. When we're there, I see these birds in a cage, and they all looked like, well, they were alive, clearly, but they all had no feathers, and they looked like they belonged in the refrigerated section of the grocery store. But they had heads and feet, and they were alive, but they had no feathers, and their beaks were cut. And I was like, what is this? So we knew we wanted 12. This lady said, go pick out your 12. And she was like, they're everywhere. She showed me all these cages. And so I found this one bird. Her name, I don't know where she is right now. I'll find her. Nub was the real one. She really looked like she belonged in the grocery store refrigerated section. And I was like, that's whoa, that's like sad. Oh, I don't even know what to feel. And I counted the birds in that cage that Nub was in, and there was 12. So I said, here's our 12. So we transferred those birds over to our cages, and we brought them home. And we did the whole procedure of welcoming, new birds, the isolation, and all of that good stuff. And then the gradual introductions. And that's when I began to learn what fairy tales really mean. Fairy tales. Fairy tales are stories of life that aren't often always beautiful, aren't always often good and happy, and yet they should end happily ever after. These battery hens, I didn't even know. This lady was like, oh, they're molting. They're molting. They'll be all right. I was like, molting? They look like, what? Well, I immediately switched gears in my own Good Shepherd ways, and I began to research. I don't know what is going on. My sheep, they're really bad. Cash and June. Cash, I don't even know if I can get into this with this live video, but Cash, my sheep, my two-pet sheep, he's got bladder stones. He's on a lot of medication. He's a little bit sedated. He's a little bit high. And he's just out of control. These battery hens. What battery hens are, let me just say this really quick. Battery hens are hens that are born, bred, and raised literally to produce eggs to be distributed among the country for mass distribution among grocery stores. He's out of control. What? Cash? What are you even doing? Why are you in here? What are you doing? Oh my God, it's terrible. June, why do you pretend like you don't even know what he's doing? You know what he's doing, June. So, battery hens, mass production for eggs to be sold across the country. And once their lifespan is done in creating eggs, usually about 12 to 18 months, these battery hens that lay eggs to be sold in grocery stores are then sent off for slaughter for pet food. How many of us have dogs and cats, and we see on our pet food bags that they say, chicken byproduct or real chicken? Oh my God. I was like, it's these chickens. I mean, not these chickens, but yeah, these chickens. Oh my God. That's crazy. It was crazy. This was the hugest thing in my life. To learn that these birds, I don't even know how they ended up in my life. We wanted 12 hens because we had 9 roosters and not enough ladies. And we thought 12 would be a good ratio. These battery hens are the most beautiful, loving, happy creatures. They lived in cages. 80 birds in a cage, stacked, floor to ceiling, wall to wall. Their beaks are cut so that they don't kill each other. They are forced into moments of darkness. I just want to show you these girls right now as they're laying down. June, my sheep. What is going on with my sheep? It's really hot here today in central North Carolina as well. These girls, they know they have it good. It's not that Natalie, me, the Good Shepherd, is giving them the good life, although I know I am. It's that anything is better than what they had. They didn't know they were going to be shipped off to slaughter. I thought it was a drug deal, but a chicken deal. I thought it was very shady. I was very upset. When I got home with these 12 girls, I was like, what happened? What happened here? And then I had to calm down and realize, well, this lady who sold us these birds clearly has a deal with this hen house, and they're going to be shipped to slaughter anyway. So she clearly has a deal with them that she gets so many birds, and then she goes and she ups the cost and sells them. So I'm okay with this lady. I'm grateful for this lady. because these birds are the happiest birds I've ever seen in my life. They sing. They sing. I have 37 birds. These 12 battery hens, they sing to me. Look, do you want to sing? Do you want to sing me a song? Do you want to sing me a song? They go, oh. So we were told that these battery hens, thank you, Sun Tracker. Thank you. I am a good person, but I love being a good person. And these 12 battery hens, we were told they may only live 2 to 12 months. Chickens in general can live 8, 10, 12 years. So these girls are like 12 to 18 months old, and to be told they might only live 2 to 12 months. We were told they may never lay eggs. This good shepherd here, me, Natalie, I delight in more than loving any animal that comes onto our small hobby farm here. I really give it my all. And I started adding spices, oregano and thyme and basil and crushed red pepper and crushed oyster shell and all of that to their food. And wouldn't you know now, these 12 ladies are laying 12 eggs a day. And they're all growing feathers back. They don't look like they belong in the refrigerated section of the grocery store anymore. It's truly amazing to see the transformation. And it's not all love, but it is. With these ladies, it is all love. People don't realize that chickens have feelings. Chickens have a mind, and chickens think. These girls, look at her. She's like, oh, you tell them, sister. She's like, you tell them. I am telling them. I'm telling them right now. Their beaks, when their beaks are cut, it's because, well, they're shoved into these cages, and it's to protect their life. They're gonna kill each other. Beaks being cut is much like our fingernails being cut, so it doesn't hurt per se. What I've seen in the past 3 months now, since we brought these battery hen ladies home, it's not that their beaks are regrowing, it's that these ladies are now free-ranging, which means their beaks are getting into the ground and pecking and filing like a fingernail file. The earth, the natural elements of life, are actually filing their beaks for them. They're able to all eat well, and they're good. They have feathers. They have feathers. I need to find Nub. Where's Nub? Nub! Nub! So, aside from the battery hens, and they are big. I love my battery hens. We have our 2 livestock guardian dogs, Juno and Chase. And Chase is here right now. He's keeping an eye on everything. Chase is my shadow. Out of my 2 livestock guardian dogs, Chase is a Great Pyrenees Anatolian Shepherd. He'll be 2 in September. And he's my little polar bear. And he is here to keep an eye on everything. He's here to help me, the Good Shepherd, make sure that these birds stay in line. 9 roosters, I'm telling you. I'm not here to defy nature. That's not my purpose. I am here to beyond love these animals. I am here to be present. And that's the greatest part of being the Good Shepherd, is my presence, my energy, my existence, my aura, whatever you want to call it. I am here, and they all do know it. I've had a lot of problems the past few days with a few of my silky roosters. Chewy is one of them. Chewy is right here. He's half silky. And he's not a good boy. He's not a good boy. He has been fighting with the other 2 silkies, and there's actually been bloodshed. Well, this Good Shepherd doesn't like bloodshed. There's no fighting allowed here. Well, come on. We can't even guarantee that there's no fighting among humans in life and families, right? chickens, roosters, hens. I've never in my life, of all the animals I've loved in my life, been able to share that chickens are the most connected to being like people, and in particular children. So these birds do listen to me, not because I'm great, because I'm good. I'm the good shepherd. I'm the good shepherd. Chewy, I don't sit here and go, you're an awful person, I hate you. He's not a person, he's a chicken, he's a rooster. He's not awful. They're all chilling now. The sheep, out of control. All right, my other roosters are in there because they're like, we're not coming out there, Chewy's gonna kill us. I'm gonna go ahead and walk on back here to our coop number 3. We have 3 coops here on our small hobby farm. And that continues to be also an adventure. Hey guys, hey Cole. Emily from Paris. Oh, Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. I'm great. Jenny, you're just, Jenny. You're great, Jenny. We have 3 coops here on the farm. You're great, Jenny. We have 3 coops here on the farm. The 37 birds. Out of the 37 birds, I still have 4 that come inside and sleep with me at night. And yes, they do sleep in my bed. And these are here. Oh no, but look, Storm wants to come in. So coop number 3 is where I just came into now. This is where Storm, who's coming in, and Cece and Gilbert to follow. This is their coop. They've really had to deal with a huge adjustment in me bringing out these other birds that can't go out there into the great big world of free ranging because they will be killed. I have, hey, Chase knows he can come in here. These dogs are amazing. These dogs are amazing. Great Pyrenees Anatolians. I came in and you said not because I'm great. Jenny, I don't even know. Jenny, I'm in another world. You know that. You know that, Jenny. Come on. So who I have back here, and then here comes the sheep. Oh God, Jenny, are the goats as bad at your place as the sheep? This guy is just out of control. He's in my grill all the time, and yet I love it. I love it because it gives me purpose to just keep them all calm. So out here in coop number 3, I used to call them my respite birds, the birds that would stay inside at night, but I would bring out here during the day. And yet these birds are no longer respite. They're all healthy now. So that's a beautiful thing for me. I was able to clean out our workshop. My husband was happy to see that there's no more cages inside. We had a really hard, cold winter here in North Carolina, and I'm just used for food. We had a hard winter here. And so at one point I had 12 birds living inside of our workshop. And it is a big job. But look over here, June. What is she doing on the other? She's like, what? I just don't understand. Chip, my chick over here. Chip, come here, Chip. Chip. I just have to show everybody Chip. She goes, no, I'm a big girl now. Chip. Chip just turned a year old in March. For the first year of Chip's life, she lived with me. She was my appendage. She was another limb. Year of Chip's life, she lived with me. She was my appendage. She was another limb. Yes, the swings. But Jenny, they never get on the swings. They never get on the swings, never. They're pretty and they're cool. They do love the disco ball though, and that was Tractor Supply. Chip. Not was, is my number 1 girl. And yet Chip, in the past 2 weeks, has begun her transition of, in life we hear about people saying, you know, oh, they flew the coop. She flew to the coop. She no longer wants to live with me and sleep with me. Chip. She goes, no, I'm a big girl now and I have a boyfriend out here and his name is Gilbert. And I also have 2 babies, but I deny it. I don't even know them and I'm not nice to them. The world of chickens. It's beautiful. What is going on back here? Are we getting crazy here? Which mirror? Jenny? I don't know which mirror. Anyway, back here is coop number 3. So this is no longer my respite coop. We do have the 3 coops. And, but I do still bring in at night my 2 frizzle hens. My frizzle hens. I don't know if anybody knows about frizzles. We all hear about silkies. Okay, this is a silky, half silky here, Gilbert. But the frizzle hens, this is Janet and Chrissy. I'm gonna sit and poop, and that's okay, because we have a washer and dryer now downstairs in the barndominium, so I could just throw these pants right on in. I'm gonna show you Janet and Chrissy. They won't let me get them. Janet and Chrissy. These 2 girls have been through the ringer. The ringer? Oh, and the chandelier. Yes, the chandelier. Yes, that was my parents' old chandelier, and I took it and I spray painted it. And the snake has not been back here, Jenny. And as a matter of fact, I've been leaving her eggs, but I stopped leaving her eggs because she's not coming to get them. I think that the last time that 8-foot-long black snake was here, I think she was like, whoa, that's a lot of activity here, and not worth my time to maybe get killed by the sheep's hooves or whatever else. So I haven't seen the snake, but I do call her, and her name's Lady. I called her Lady, and I did get a bond with that snake. So she knows I'm here. She knows it is safe. I don't know where she is. She must be an old lady, though, because most black snakes only get to 4 to 6 feet long. She was 8 feet long. So to me, that says she was a really old lady. Chip, Chip, she doesn't want to sleep with me anymore. What am I supposed to do? I need somebody to sleep with. So, Janet and Chrissy, my frizzles. Frizzles, they have backwards feathers. Their feathers grow this way, whereas most chickens' feathers grow this way. And what I've learned with these frizzles during their bouts of sauerkraut and constipation with a blockage, which was a 3 months worth of horrific sickness, and me every day as the Good Shepherd wondering, but always keeping hope. Are they gonna die? No, I never thought, are they gonna die? Every day I was like, I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can. And what I did for all of those moments with the sauerkraut and the constipation and the blockage was I had to put my pinky into their vent every day and pull their constipated hard poop out. I gave them organic yogurt with molasses. The molasses is supposed to help push any blockage out. I did everything, and they sleep with me. They sleep with me, and they're so sweet. They're just the sweetest girls. But it actually hurts them to be picked up. What? So when I go to pick them up, it took me forever to learn how to pick them up. That's hard. Like you go, I just want to love you, and you go, hey, to hear Storm right here, you go, hey Storm, hi, I love you. Hi Storm, and you can pick her up. But no, these frizzles, you go to pick them up and they're like, ah! And their wings go every different way. Totally different type of chicken is the frizzle. I never knew anything about frizzles. I do believe that every animal that is here on our small hobby farm is absolutely a gift from heaven, led to be here with great purpose that even I'm not aware of at times. These frizzles came into my life. I got a message from who I got one of my other silkies from, and she was like, hey, there's 2 frizzles. Do you want them? And I was like, sold, sure. And I was like, oh no, what are you doing, Natalie? These birds can't ever be even out with the other birds. They'll be killed by the roosters. These frizzles can never be out there with the other birds. Never. They'll be killed. And I know that because that's what happened to my one buff silky who was killed. Andy's my big man right here. Andy's my first ever incubated and hatched full buff silky. This is a silky right here. And he's He's so fluffy. And then here, Silky. This is a Silky right here. And he's so fluffy. And then here is Chunky, who is half Easter egger and half Silky. So you can see her toes. She's got the silky toes, which is 5 toes. But then she has the Easter egger body. And in particular, if you see, as I'm in the disco ball right now, Chunky's mouth, her beak, has always been open. From the moment has always been open. From the moment she hatched, I was like, she's dying, she's dying, she's dying. Her whole life since she was born, I was like, she's dying. Oh my God. I was like putting Vicks on the you know, little brooder and everything. This is what I didn't come to find out. I just came to my own awareness. Is genetic. I looked back at my other birds because we do incubate most of our birds here, and I was able to see, oh my God, this is what my other birds were too. Beaks wide open. Didn't matter if it was hot, cold, whatever. Chip, come here. You want to get on my head again, don't you? Come here, Chip. Chip, Chip. She goes, no, I don't. No, I don't. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Stop making such a fuss. I love that. Okay, so this is Chip, my special girl. This is one of Chip's babies, Chunky, the one that's half Silky and half Easter egger. And let me tell you something. It's not something that's normal for birds, chickens, to be able to have such a good perch, to be able to, you know, get on your head, get on your shoulder, stay on your hand, or whatever. But this little girl has it also. Chunky. Come here, Chunky. She goes, no, not now. I'm not going to do it now. I love it. I love them all. I love this life. I love this life. You know, people go, oh, so you live on a farm? And I'm like, yeah, I live on a farm. Oh, well, what do you manufacture? I go, manufacture? Well, that's a word I need to look up. I just go, you know, I don't even like the terms hobby farm. Hobby? What's a hobby? A hobby? Like this is my pastime? Like this is my life to come out to and just like enjoy a few moments a day? These animals, my flock, they are my life. They are my life. They are what makes me go around and around inside. Oh, Gilbert's in there with Andy. Oh no, I need to get Andy out of here. That's right. Andy is my... Andy, hold on. Come here, Andy. Come here. Just come here, Andy. Andy, quit crying. Come on. You're a big boy now. He goes, I'm really not, though. I'm really not. I know. Hey, guys. Thank you for the eggs today, by the way. Janet and Chrissy, when they had their 3-month-long bout with sauerkraut. And my Betty, you said your son said you need what? Betty, what does your son say you need? Birds? Birds of a feather that flock together? Chickens, no matter what breed. It's not all about being fancy. I'm not here for fancy. I don't even know how half these birds ended up in my life other than that I say heaven delivered them in some way, shape, or form. Because your son said that you need to get birds, which you do. They are endless entertainment. And the other reality is that when you have birds, well, that creates your fairy tale, your adventures, and you are going to be left alone most of the times and moments when you don't know what's going on with your bird. It's not like birds get sick all the time, but oh, buddy boy, when they do, you're like, I don't know what to do. Usually, just like they say with children, emergencies always happen after hours or on weekends, and you're like, wait. There's not a lot of veterinarians that treat chickens. And so you really are left to Google and YouTube, watch videos, TikTok, things like that, to find out what you can do. TikTok has been a huge source for me of helping me determine such things as sauerkraut, constipation, blockages. And I actually continue to share all of this with our own veterinarian here, who does see chickens, but not a whole lot of chickens, because most people don't even bring their chickens to the vet. People are like, I don't want to spend no money, bring my chicken to the vet. Well, I'm not nobody. And, you know, I love it all. I really do. So over here, we have Beaver Hill. This is a very special place on our farm. It's a cemetery. Very special place. It didn't have the name Beaver Hill until I gave it the name Beaver Hill. And it didn't need a name until the first life that I buried there was a bobcat. A bobcat. It was hit by a car and catapulted, thrown into our farm property. And our livestock guardian dogs alerted me to this lifeless, yet still alive, life. I thought it was a feral cat. I knew it was dying. I knew I couldn't do anything to save this cat. This was in April of 2024. And so I got my baby Bjorn out, my front carrier, and I wrapped up this dying bobcat and put it in my baby Bjorn. And another misconception with life is that people think when any life is dying, it's fast. It's not fast. It takes a long time for a body to shut down. And there's no telling how long it takes. I was grateful and am grateful that I always have pain medicine for animals here on the farm. I was able to load this cat up with a lot of pain meds, and yet this cat never appeared to even be in pain. It was already gone, but still alive. After this cat died, that's when I really looked at it for the first time. I was like, my, what big eyes you have. My, what big teeth you have. And, oh, you have a bobtail. Oh my God, you're a bobcat. I carried a bobcat around in my baby Bjorn for 9 hours. So, Daisy, double B, Daisy. So, I can't exactly put Andy down, Ann with a D right here. I can, and I have, and I do. He goes, but. At this point, he'll get killed. So he's with me for now. But here come the ladies again, these battery hens. I'm still coming up with names for them all. It's really hard to come up with names for them because they all look alike. But each day, during this past 3 months since we introduced them to the farm, they continue to come to me one by one, like the ants go marching one by one, hurrah. They come to me one by one and I go, oh, you want a name? Do you want a name? Okay, you're Pearl, you know, or you're Flappy, you're Sleepy. What these lives are teaching me, the Good Shepherd, and what I do believe I'm meant to share with life, is that we are all meant to live our own fairy tale adventure. And fairy tales are never all good. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of darkness, a lot of bad souls, and yet there's also the rainbows at the end, and it's all really worth it. My name is Natalie, and I am the Good Shepherd here on our small hobby farm. I don't know where everybody else is right now. I think the dogs are waiting for dinner. I need to go get them their dinner ready. Double B, Daisy. Daisy right here, I thought this was a hen. I thought he was a hen. I would go, you might, just like the bobcat beaver. I was like, my, what a big hen you are. And then I posted on TikTok and everybody's like, that is not a hen. Natalie, that is a rooster. And I was like, no, this is a hen. And they're like, no, that's a rooster. I was like, well, I disagree. Because he hadn't laid an egg and he wasn't cock-a-doodle doing. This is a rooster. Daisy, double B. I can't change his name. I do manifest, especially when I incubate and the eggs are born into babies. I do give them girl names, and so his name is Daisy. And his name shall remain Daisy, because it's not about anything that life says. Life doesn't have it right. Heaven does. And it's up to us to discover the adventures and journeys of our own life and what makes it all right. It's not about wrong. Look, I'm gonna let him down. Watch this. He goes, but look, I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy and I'm ready to get down. So I have to do it. I'm not here to defy nature. He's gonna go and he's gonna get attacked in a second. But he also knows where to come. He says, I want to come right back to you, Mom. I love spending time with my roosters. And I do take pride. I don't like the word pride, and yet I do take pride in the same ways that I took pride in raising my own human daughters, who are now all grown up. It's more than love. Oh, but I won't even take it. What's going on in there? Andy goes, oh man, I better stay close to her. Listen, what was even that about? What even was that about? I don't understand. They go, that fan's too hot. Fan's too hot? What does that mean? No, they don't want this fan to. It's really hot here in North Carolina. It is. And heat for any animals, whether you're a chicken. But look at Andy. I don't know where to go. I am so lost. And this is all part of the Good Shepherd. My role is helping to create the peace and the harmony. It's not always joy. Listen, I yell too. I get mad. But look, this is good for him. Look at Andy. He's like, but I'm a big boy. I love it. Cece, hey, what are the kids up? Kids, what do you mean, Cece, by kids? Do you mean the sheep? Do you want to see the sheep, Cece? Tell me. Tell me. I'll find the sheep for you. You just got to tell me. Otherwise, I'm going to end this video. The chickens, the sheep. Okay, all right, let me go find the sheep. You know what? I'm going to be honest, Cece. The sheep are getting on my nerves. Cash is still recovering. I have to shake him. Cash is still recovering from bladder stones. Cece, I know you want the sheep, so let me go find them. Cash is still recovering from bladder stones, and so he's not heavily sedated anymore. He's not sedated, but he is heavily medicated. And so he's like, you know, these are my Jesus sheep. I love June and Cash. And so he's like, you know, these are my Jesus sheep. I love June and Cash. They were brought home as newborns Christmas Eve. And I'm glad you asked, because where are they? Like, what could they even possibly be doing but getting into trouble? Hold on, Cece, I'm on my way. Hold on. Here he is. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can switch this camera around here. Oh no, that says cancel now. I didn't mean to cancel. Hold on. I don't know how to flip all this stuff. Hold on. Cash, what's going on? What are you doing? Are you just chilling? Are you chilling? Can I put Andy down for a second? Can I put Andy down? You're not gonna hurt Andy? Don't hurt Andy. Cash. Are you hot? He goes, don't touch. Don't touch. Sheep are highly, the most physically sensitive creatures I've ever known. It's all under Cash's circumstances, how much he lets me pet him. And remember, Cece, he's on drugs right now. So he's like, okay, all right, you can touch me. We're still waiting on the shearers to come out here. They don't need to be sheared, they're hair sheep. They don't have wool. And yet it gets really hot here, so we do like to shear them. And yet he's already halfway done on his own, see? I mean, he goes, don't touch, see? He goes, don't touch! Don't touch! Okay, all right, I won't touch you. Here's June. June, what are you doing kicked back here? Are you sprawled out? Are you just enjoying this beautiful fan? Oh, it feels so good. Yeah, look at her. She goes, her little hoof, she goes, oh, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. Personal space, yes, Cece. Totally personal space. June is my Barbie sheep. June likes to be pretty. June loves to be pretty. She goes, but just still, I'm laying here under the fan, so just don't mess with me right now. Okay, June, I hear you. June is actually mixed. Cash is Katahdin. That's the breed of sheep that he is. She is Katahdin mixed with Dorper. So that's two hair sheeps that she has. She's a shorter, stouter, longer hair. And this is all hair on her. So if you saw Cash, Cash was shedding like a mohawk, right? But she's full body. So she loves. Let me see if I can actually get her up here. She usually will come. And look at Andy. He's like, look, I'm big time. I'm big time. I'm walking around. I'm not in the coop. I'm free ranging. Nobody messing with me back here. June is beautiful. Let's see. Let me show you. June usually when she sees her little wicker table here, and then if I get one of her little brushes out, she usually will come. June. June, do you want to come? And then we've got over here, this is Chase. Look at Chase. Chase is knocked out. So the Great Pyrenees Anatolian Shepherd Livestock Guardian Dogs, they are nocturnal by nature. They do sleep most of the time during the day with one eye open, always. They're not exactly always aware of all of the threats of the wildlife during the daytime hours, but that's because they know the Good Shepherd's here, and the Good Shepherd takes care of that during the day. They know that. It is sunset in the fields for me with Juno and Chase, my Great Pyrenees Anatolians. Hey, vegetarian or vegan? Okay, well that's a good question. How do I answer that? I haven't been able to eat chicken since we got our first chickens. So I do eat steak. My husband says I can't get a cow. I would really like to rescue a retired dairy cow. Look at Andy though. And my husband says no, because then you won't eat beef either. I actually have a condition called achalasia. Me, Natalie, the Good Shepherd. I'm actually getting ready to go in for a big procedure, June the 9th. Another big procedure. I can't swallow. And I have Barrett syndrome. And achalasia is a condition of the esophagus. It is genetic and hereditary. And yet I've been connected with these amazing doctors at Wake Forest Baptist Hospital in Winston-Salem. And they believe I never had achalasia or Barrett's, and yet I had the surgery for it back in 2022, which they believe actually caused all of my problems since then. So, vegetarian, I've lost all my joy in eating, to be honest. And yet, of course, I still have to eat because I have to be healthy, and I have to be here and alive and strong and all of that. So I don't eat a lot of meat at all. I do eat a lot of eggs. I love scrambled eggs, deviled eggs, egg salad sandwiches, tuna salad, and things like that. Yes, Cece, my guardian dogs. But look at Andy here. What is he? He's going to town. He's like, oh, I am free. So what he's actually doing right now, Andy, this young rooster, he doesn't have a girl of his own. It's instinctual for these roosters. It's instinctual. It's born into them. He's finding good stuff and he's doing little calls, but there's no ladies coming for him. Andy, all due time. Just wait. Chase, are you alive? Are you alive? Are you at the revival? Is the revival now in progress? Chase, I think it is. Oh, the chicken trucks that pass by. User number 535658. Oh, those trucks pass by us too. We live off of a highway here. And they pass by every day. And every day I go, God, can't you just let one of those birds fall off? Just one. And like, I don't know, find their way here. I'll take them, just one. As a matter of fact, when we wanted to add these 12 new birds to our flock because of the 9 roosters, I actually contacted people who work for these, Purdue and Tyser, and they drive the trucks. And I was like at a gas station. I was practically begging. I felt like I was doing a drug deal. I was like, look, but I'm serious. I have money. I'll give you money. Could you just maybe, like, when you pick up the chickens, could you maybe just, like, give me one of those cages? I'll give you money. Whatever you want, And they were like, no. We can't do that. And I was like, but why? I just want chickens. And these chickens are going to go and be slaughtered. Hey, you're doing a good thing. But they were like, no, we don't want to lose our job. And I was like, well, that's nice. So everything in life happens for a reason and with great purpose. I love living on a small hobby farm. I love learning from my animals. What's right and wrong. And that it's not about right or wrong. And it's beyond love. It's beyond knowledge. It is about seeking. Seeking, SEEKING. To know more. Like a fairy tale. Collecting the breadcrumbs. Putting the pieces of the puzzle together. A crossword puzzle, like Scrabble. Look, let's see if you'll let me brush him. Cece, are you still here, Cece? He never lets me brush him. Cash, look. Love it when he's drugged. He's like, okay. Cash. Does that feel good? But look, I just have this one little strip here. I want to get this strip right here. Can I just get that one strip off, Cash? Cash, just the one strip? If I get that one strip off, that'll be my perfect TGIF. We'll be so happy, all of us, right? Look, here it comes. It's almost there. Get off me, woman. I love them all. So I also learned that with sheep, hair sheep, it's not wool. There's nothing to shear, yet we do have them sheared. There's nothing to spin into wool, into sweaters or anything. And on top of that, with the wool sheep, most people with wool sheep, there's no money market there either. This is a hobby farm. We aren't here to make money. These are all my pets. These are all my babies. They are my life source, my life, my heartbeat. They are my everything. I know, Andy. You're just a little bit out of control, Andy. Is he two-stepping me? He's two-stepping me. Did you two-step me? Why are you two-stepping me? You say, anyway, the trucks? Oh, you can see there's so... I know. Listen. I have wanted to save every life beyond animals my whole life, and it is animals who have taught me that we can't. I'm not here to change the world. I'm not here to get into politics. These battery hens that we got, when I found out what a battery hen is and the conditions that these birds lived in, I was like, I finally got to a point where I was like, I can't research it anymore. I don't want to know anymore about the condition that these girls were in, and that there's thousands and thousands and thousands of these birds every day, because that's what their life is to lay eggs to be sold in grocery stores. I had to come to a point in my Good Shepherd life and say, listen to these girls sing. They sing. They sing every day to me. They trip me. They're always under my feet. They're so happy in my presence. To see them free ranging, they've never seen real natural sunlight before. You have an 80-pound lap dog, a rescue dog. Well, of course he's a lap dog. If you say you guess he is, of course he is. Look, I have a lap sheep at times. He's a lap sheep at times. I love sleeping with my birds. That was a big problem with my husband for a while. He actually moved upstairs for a while. He was like, this is insane. I don't know what you're doing sleeping. You can't sleep with chickens. And I was like, but says who? Because I am. And, he's like, what are you doing? You can't choose, a chicken over your husband. And I was like, but I don't make me. He ended up moving back downstairs. And he loves these birds as well. These chickens, these roosters and hens. And I'm grateful to be able to share this love with my husband. He's a beautiful man. And none of this would be possible without him. I'm so grateful for this life that I have. And look at him, free ranging. So down here, this life that I have. And look at him, free ranging. So down here, I've got Juno out in the field. I'm on here on live video. I'm a big talker, of course. And I love sharing. I love sharing my life. And with no other purpose. You don't need to walk away from this live video knowing who Natalie is. I do hope you walk away from this video today knowing what a good shepherd is. And what a good shepherd is somebody who is beyond love. Somebody who is here in this life to share the love. And it's a beautiful life. I'm truly blessed. I'm going to go ahead and end this right now. Thank you, everybody, for joining in with the Good Shepherd, Natalie, me. We're going to be out in the fields at sunset later this evening. Not live video, but I do upload all my videos every day to my TikTok, which is NC York 73. And there's great purpose in everything that I do. I'm not just here to share my life like, oh, let me be a pretty girl or anything like that. I'm here to share the beauty of life and to share what I learn being the Good Shepherd to a flock of animals. I much rather prefer the company of my flock than any other human life. And that will never change. It will always be that way for me. And it's been that way for me since I was a little girl, even before I had a flock of my own. I've always been, loving animals. I love it. Who knows these? Who knows these? Oh my God. It actually just said, thank you, God bless, thank you. TikTok actually just came on and said, we've experienced inactivity on your account, meaning I'm doing a live video and nobody's watching. Woo, Andy, I love it. I love it, Andy. I had to drag a puzzle into peace. It said, you can't continue until you drag this puzzle. I was like, but I'm trying to end it anyway, TikTok. I'm Natalie. I'm not here for fame or fortune. I'm not here for viral videos, although I have had a few viral videos which were, God honest, bizarre. I hope you do check out my channel, NC York 73, because I do love sharing my life in all the different ways that I do share my life with my flock, my tribe, my crew, my posse, my world. God bless everybody. Thank you.